What is up, friends? We have finally arrived at the moment we've all been waiting for. God of War Ragnarok. I love the 2018 game, one of the best I've ever played. And the way you all have been talking about this game, makes me think it's somehow going to surpass it, which I find hard to believe, but I already know they've packed way more into this game just because the file size for it is like double the size of the 2018 game. And so I obviously 100%ed that one, and I'm going to try and do the same for this one, but I have a feeling it's going to take a lot longer. But I have been so excited to get into this one because so much of the 2018 game feels like it's just all a precursor for the events in this game, because all the lore drops we got, all the prophecies that Mimir gave and stuff like that are all events that should be taking place in this game. And so I cannot even imagine the scale of this one and everything we're going to get into. But hopefully you enjoy watching along with me as I play through this. And let's go ahead and jump straight in. Now, as far as the difficulty goes, I did the 2018 game on whatever the middle difficulty was called, the average difficulty, and it was still pretty difficult. But with that game now under my belt and going through all the Valkyries and stuff like that, just getting better at all the combat, I feel like I'm confident in going one difficulty up, which still sounds really intimidating. Give me No Mercy. And with it being just one under, give me God of War, which I just imagine is impossible. I'm a little nervous, but I imagine if for whatever reason it's too difficult, I can change it mid-game, but I'm competitive and confident, and so I'm going to go for this difficulty. Also, before I click this, I am hoping, like the first game, again, I keep calling it the first game, even though I know it's not technically the first game. I hope like that one, the menu screen here is the beginning of the actual game, because I love that about the first one. Took me by such surprise, and the way we're looking right now, it feels like it could be. So that is my one hope. But let's go ahead and do Give Me No Mercy. Hey, it does seem to be the same. That's perfect. Oh, is that the thing they use to carry Faye's ashes? Already that beautiful music coming in. Jeez, man, the graphics already are exceptional. Look at the detail on his beard and his fur armor. Where's Atreus? Is he in here with him? Oh, is that Atreus back there? Been out hunting. Whoa, look at him.
Hungry?
My guy hit puberty. What in the world? Not a little kid anymore.
What's next?
Home. Storm is getting worse.
I'll get them ready.
Man, I am so excited to get into this. Only been a few weeks, but I've missed them both. And the way it looks outside. Amazing lighting, by the way. The way it looks outside, I think Ragnarok is already here. Oh, is it going to be like the 2018 game? The very beginning, we're walking around carrying something. Gorgeous, man. One of the most insane aspects of the 2018 game is how pretty much the entire thing is just one long take. There's never any cuts or anything.
Need help?
I imagine this is the same way, which is incredible. I like his new cut.
Ready?
Oh, I love that. The ultimate father and son duo. What a journey they went through in the first one. The path. Surviving Fimbulwinter. Am I steering this? Oh, can look around. Man, we are cruising.
I hope Fenrir got some sleep. Maybe he'll be ready to eat when we get home.
He is quite sick, Trace.
Who's Fenrir?
But he was a little better yesterday. Until he wasn't. If he keeps eating, I'm not giving up on him.
Could be someone from the first game. I don't recognize the name, though.
Hear that?
Yes.
Is it hurt?
His heart.
Oh, we're starting quick.
Get ready.
Man, this is not how I expected us to begin. Yo, she looks menacing. Faye did not waste, or not Faye, Freya did not waste any time.
She wouldn't give up that easy, would she?
She never does. Stay alert.
Oh, so she's been fighting them for a while then.
There she is! Father!
Already got the quick time events, if you want to call them that.
Got you! You gotta get away from her!
I'm trying.
Up there! Let's see! Look out!
Oh man, so cool already. Love the action-packed openings.
She's coming around again!
I do not wish to fight you.
I'm losing my grip here!
Hang on, my boy.
Father!
I have
Too close.
you. Hold tight. Protection stave is near.
What a way to start, man.
Oh no! Freya, we're not your enemy!
What? Freya's not messing around. Jeez.
Please don't make me do this!
Love that self-control from Atreus. Matured a lot. Such cool camera work. Oh my gosh. We just got a taste of her power in the first game.
We're through with Stave. We made it.
Let us go home.
Man.
Svana, up.
At least the puppers survived as well.
I'm sorry I couldn't take the shot.
I did not wish you to.
Let's
Keep
go,
hoping she'll let it
Christopher
go.
Judge.
You saved her life.
I killed her son. There is no letting that go.
I can't believe it's the same voice
Yeah.
actor for Atreus.
I guess killing Balder really did bring on Fimbulwinter. Never stopped snowing after that day. Think it's ever gonna get better?
Someday. But the worst is still ahead of us. We must be strong.
Don't recognize any of the other names. But shout out to all these people. They made one masterpiece. Surely they can do it again.
I got it.
And that man right there is one of the key pieces. One of the best soundtracks ever for the 2018 game. Can't wait to hear what's in this.
I will get the deal.
Atreus handling business.
Go on, girls.
Proud papa right there. Faye would be proud. We playing now? Oh, let's go. So excited. Oh, we got some more. Is one of these Fenrir? Can we sneak through here? Not yet, it looks like. This axe feels extra quick. Gotta be something there eventually.
I don't hear him. He always says hello.
Atreus.
Fenrir. You okay, boy?
So we are still at the same house. Okay, it's forcing me this direction. Oh, poor guy.
It's okay, boy. You're okay. I know. I missed you too. Where's your food? Still hungry? Come on, boy. You need to eat. Eat. What? Too big?
Oh.
There you go. Good boy.
Don't want to start off this game losing a wolf.
Atreus, the time draws near. You must prepare yourself.
For what? He's still eating. He wants to live.
He is dying.
That's sad.
You're a good boy. A brave boy. Fast and strong. But you can rest now. Okay? I'll be okay. You can let go now. You have to let go.
Dang, man. What a way to kick off this story.
Afra. Tesu. Sofna. Hethon. Sofna. Sofna. Sofna.
Oh man, that's devastating that he has to be the one to do it. Not only did his voice get deeper though, but his emotional range and voice acting got even better as well. It's great stuff.
Come. We train.
What?
No time to grieve.
No. It's the middle of the night.
Night does not stop our enemies.
Why? What for? Training is all we ever do, ever. It's not enough. We can't hide forever.
We do not hide. We prepare for a fight for which we are not ready. We'll go.
Time is running out. The prophecies say Fimbulwinter leads to Ragnarok. War is coming. Whatever Loki's supposed to be doing, he's supposed to be doing it now. My story doesn't end hiding in these woods. I should be out there, finding out who I am, who Loki is.
I will not allow you to pick a fight with gods.
I don't want to fight anyone. I just want answers.
And if those answers lead to war with Asgard,
Maybe that's what Mother wanted.
we do not know what Mother wanted.
Looks like we never will.
Man, this is such a great opening. Love both of their performances. Can't blame Atreus for wanting the things he does right now, though.
Look. Can I have a moment alone with Fenrir before I bury him?
Yeah, he deserves at least that much. Thank goodness Atreus still has Kratos, though, because 2 games in a row, he's lost somebody close to him at the very start of the game. And that's the biggest worry, given the mural we saw at the end of the 2018 game. Yes, we still got Mimir.
Well, I recognize that dour expression anywhere.
Oh, I love him.
Care to tell me what went wrong?
The wolf is gone.
Oh, no. Not Fenrir. How's the lad taking it?
Not well.
Man,
Bury him.
got the whole gang back together.
Damn it. All right, brother. Good night, then.
Man, so much contained in his expression. The years have done a number on him. What? Whoa, that was trippy. Was he imagining Faye's arm right there? Whoa, what a transition. That was so cool. Are we actually going to see her for the first time?
Are you joining me?
I like her voice. Very welcoming. Whoa! Faye, what's up? Finally meet you.
Faye,
Are you ready?
Wasn't sure if I was supposed to control him right there.
Walk as though Emir himself sits atop your shoulders.
this is your hunt. I will follow.
Very well, Grumbles.
You already know the drill. No loot left behind. What's up, squirrel? Doesn't seem like I can climb over anything right now, though. This is so unexpected.
Fresh kill. At least it didn't suffer.
I recognize this area.
Am I to decipher your grunting? Tell me your thoughts.
We hunt the predator.
A wolf. Yes.
Predators kill. It is the natural order of things.
Your words are misguided. Shh. Approach slowly. It's okay, little one. We want to help. Don't we? No, don't! Come on.
Can already
The
see
sick wolf
where...
we found beyond our stave. He found his way inside. As I said he would.
Can already
We
see
should have
where...
acted.
It was not our concern. Now it is.
I was gonna say, can already see where Atreus gets his
Problem
empathy.
doesn't have to reach our doorstep for it to be our responsibility. If we have the power to limit the harm it could cause, we should act. Who are we to hide and do nothing?
We are not hiding.
Oh, wow. Relevant. I like the look of her as well. You would never guess that she's a giant just by looking at her. But she's got quite the potential. And she's mad strong.
Gonna make me pick that one up?
You know who she looks like?
Good boy.
Oh, what's the, oh, she got up there quick. I guess it is a dream, so she can come and go as she pleases.
This way.
Faye,
Uh-oh. Good boy.
Faye,
Maybe this wolf is trying to lead us to something.
Faye!
Time is running out, my love. And there is much to do.
What? Is this not a dream sequence? Oh, that was sick. Man, that gave me some chills. Faye reaching out from beyond the grave.
Where's Atreus?
Hence my bellowing. He never came back from burying the wolf.
Oh no.
Some time.
He cannot be far.
Thankfully, no one was there to greet us. I was gonna say, though... Oh, new lore entry. You know I love reading those. Oh, I'm gonna have to familiarize myself with the new layout here. Where is... So this is the missions. Where's the lore entry? Is that in Codex, I assume? Oh, yeah. Oh, got a lot of stuff here that I can read here at the start. Since we're on Faye here, I was going to say, For the life of me, I cannot remember the actress's name, but it looks like the woman who plays Karen Page in Daredevil. I don't know if that's correct. And I'm surprised that I even recognized anybody at all in this game. But we'll see when she pops up again if I still feel that way. Faye. It has been too long since Faye left us, and we spread her ashes from the highest peak in Jotunheim. I assume Atreus is writing, again, from his perspective. A journey she planned, one that neither of us was ready for. I dream of her in simpler times, when being together was enough. Oh, no, this is Kratos' perspective now. My duty now lies solely with our son, but I still have so many questions for her. So much that I still do not understand. I see glimmers of her in Atreus. Me too, and they make me smile. But I am left with those same questions as I try to guide him along his path. He is focused on who he will become, and while it becomes difficult to keep him close, I am grateful I can continue this journey with him for now. The wolf Fenrir has been in decline for some time now. That's too bad. Atreus cares for the animal deeply and has not been able to accept that he is dying. In the past, I would have told him to close his heart to this loss, but he has already endured so much. I see the compassion in his heart, and I am proud of the man he is growing into, but I must keep him focused if he is to be ready for more dark days ahead. Yeah, there's definitely a balance you have to tread. Specky and Svana. Not long ago, we rescued a pack of wolves from raiders on the Lake of Nine. Despite my warnings, Atreus decided to name them. Having these two pull the sled has made transportation significantly easier. That is pretty nice. And our old friend Mimir. Mimir has lived with us since our return from Jotunheim. I have known few I would call friend, and brother fewer still, but I have come to rely on the wisdom and counsel of the smartest man alive. Also, he is compact and does not consume precious resources. Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, Mimir is one of the best around for sure. Now we got foes. That's cool how it separates these. Of course, Freya, once a friend. Freya continues to pursue us, seeking revenge for the death of her son, Balder. I do not wish to fight her. She was a friend, but I will defend myself if she forces my hand. I do not see a peaceful resolution to our situation. Well, that means it's a possibility, because there's no absolutes in this world. Balder. I do not regret Balder's death. Had I allowed him to kill Freya, he would not have abandoned his pursuit. His fate would have been the same. I do not expect Freya to accept what happened as necessary. She will likely pursue us until one of us is dead. Certainly hope not. Love these drawings as well. Some great artwork. I assume an actual artist made these for the game. I mean, obviously, everything in the game is done by artists, but you know what I mean. Magni and Modi, R.I.P. Troy Baker. Magni and Modi, the sons of Thor, also pursued us on our journey. Magni was strong but arrogant until his last breath. Modi proved himself a coward, but I pitied him in his last moments. There seems to be little forgiveness among the Aesir gods, and I expect that we have yet to suffer the consequences of the blood we spilled. Yeah, well, we know at some point, based on the little end cinematic in the 2018 game, that Thor himself is going to show up at some point, but I don't know if Odin is going to be here as well. I would assume if Ragnarok is happening, he will also be here. Lessons. Okay, a lot to look at. Okay, this is just the usual stuff. Companion HUD. I feel like this is new. Ask companions for help by pressing square or holding it. Oh, okay, kind of like Atreus' ability in the 2018 game. The number of consecutive attacks a companion can use is seen in the lower right corner. Once used, attacks take time to recharge. Okay. Very neat.
You suppose he took a shortcut through the realm between realms?
No, the stones have not moved.
Baldur's chasm is too unstable, brother. The lad wouldn't try it.
Well, Atreus is down to try anything if he's motivated enough.
Let's see. Tracks heading down to the frozen river. That's most likely where he did the burying.
Can we get through
This
this?
has not been opened.
Nope.
No prints this way either.
Can we go behind our house again? Just want to make sure I don't miss
suppose he was
anything.
training in the middle of the night.
I suggested as much.
Did you? What on earth for?
He was breathing.
Oh, Kratos. I know you're trying.
That he is.
Brother, the ground's softer down by the frozen river. Surely that's where he'd dig. We should look, yeah?
Yep, that's where I'm headed now. Just wanted to make sure there weren't any collectibles that I was missing. Can't have gone too far unless he was taken. Oh,
It's dwindling now. Where else could he have gone from here?
maybe this is when we go through that path now. Yeah, nothing over there for
This
us.
is where he buried the wolf.
Looks like he lit a fire by the kennel. Commiserating with the other pups, I suspect.
He crawled through here.
You seem troubled in your sleep, even for you. Nightmares?
I dream of the past. Almost every night.
The bad old days? In Greece?
No. It feels like Faye is trying to tell me something.
You don't mean to say you're talking to ghosts again, brother?
No. But it is something more than memory.
Yeah, I think it's a mix of the past and the present. Love how this looked before, but I feel like winter makes it look even better. Okay, can't break that.
Use your words, brother.
The tracks stop here.
And we're not alone.
Bring it on. I'm already ready for a fight.
Behind you! Look out!
Gotta get used to not having abilities. Oh, okay. They're putting up a fight.
Behind you! Look out!
Still got some combos. And my favorite. Annihilated him. I hear more. Oh, let me read this first. Mid-fight, of course. Whoa, that is a creepy helmet. Few humans are left in the wildwoods these days. Those who survive have either stashed themselves away in the warmest places they can find, or, should they choose not to hide, have only fended off the cold by transmogrifying their phylgia. I don't know if I said either of those right. Their guardian spirit. This part of their soul takes the traits of an animal, allowing them to adapt to Midgard's unforgiving climate. As of late, the various remaining raiders around the wildwoods seem hell-bent on murdering the lot of us. The protection stave keeps interlopers at bay, but every hunting trip beyond its borders inevitably results in encountering a scouting party or two. Brutal.
Behind you! Incoming!
Definitely a little more tricky than when I had all the abilities. Dang, there's a lot. Okay, some of the tips I already know. They're putting up a fight. Gotta give them that.
Blasted raiders!
They should not be this close.
We should check on the protection stave. There's a tree up ahead, yeah?
Glad we have Mimir with us right now, though. Keep us company. Nice. Already got a health stone.
You're right. The stave is broken.
Explains our trespassers. What happened here?
Jeez, whoa! I didn't even notice that thing. It's huge. Did I hear an Odin eye?
Mauled.
By what?
A larger bear. Wounded. The fight destroyed the tree. We must find Atreus.
Aye. Between the savage beasts and marauding raiders, he may have sought shelter. Follow the trail. We'll find him.
Man, there's all sorts of creatures coming out of the woodworks now. Surprised there's no items or anything for me to pick up yet. I swear I heard an Odin eye, but those might not be in this game.
Ah, we need a way around.
Oh, a chest. Love the
We won't find
visuals.
him this way. Let's find that trail of blood.
What are these on the wall? Little bugs? Okay, you can kill them.
Aha! Trail's on the other side of that gap. If you can clear the way. Any idea what could have made the lad wander off?
We argued. He accuses me of hiding from Odin.
Only sensible to keep a low profile after killing 3 of his kin.
A reckoning will come. That is why Atreus must learn to survive on his own.
Oh, this is about that prophecy. Just because the giants had you dead on some wall full of otherwise accurate predictions.
I do not believe in prophecies.
Well, good.
Yeah, that is a scary thought for sure. That's what I'm most worried about. Oh, here we go. Just some good old hack silver. Then I saw the chest over here. Kind of a creepy little tunnel.
Do you believe in prophecy?
I'm skeptical by nature, though we have seen things that defy explanation. So, speaking as the smartest man alive, I've no bloody idea.
Oh, geez. Here we go. Another fight. Hold triangle to frost up the axe. That's kind of cool. That's new. That is a dope attack. Or ability, not attack. That's interesting that it differentiates the XP. I assume if we're with Atreus, it'd tell us Atreus XP if he got the kill.
Raider on the left!
Not used to seeing humans in this game. I was just admiring the frosted look. Oh, that's where we came from. Just looking around.
Raider, left flank!
Oh, still got that ability. They take some hits, man.
All right, where's that trail gone?
Very interesting the ways they've changed the sound design from the first game. Just some of the little subtle ways. Let's see, I assume I go up this way. Want to get that chest. especially early on when I don't have like any abilities. Easy way to beat them. Oh, a new one. Raider Scout. While most raiders favor the strength and pride of the stag for their filgia, scouts favor the owl for its sharp eyes and sharper talons. They often claim to be able to peer through the eyes of Midgar's owls, but this strikes me as boastful havers. They favor ranged attacks and are deadly accurate with their slings. Well, I'm deadly with my axe. Before an attack hits to parry. Oh, yeah, I've been known that.
Too many for a scouting party. They must have a camp nearby.
I know what you're thinking, brother. But Atreus can handle himself. You've taught him well.
So he keeps telling me.
Whoa, look at that. But I imagine these are not the only enemies nearby. Forged iron.
Torches. And the trail leads into that cave.
Well, you know where we are going. I'm sure we can find a quiet way in.
But where's the fun in that, Mimir? Oh, here we go.
Or you could do that.
Yeah, bring them on. I'll take on any number. Curious, I assume maybe Kratos and Atreus put these markings on the wall?
The raiders you rescued the wolves from.
No. They have not been here long.
Death from above. Sprint off a ledge, once in the air, press R1. That's kind of cool. Whoa, I love that.
Watch your right!
Okay, fighting a bit better now. Warmed up. Always gotta break these just in case.
The trail goes through here.
Split him in half.
There will be more.
Don't know which way is the right way.
Someone got in the way.
Oh, I assume it's this way. Let me double check back here. I already see something. Like the music. I don't know how long it'll be before I get back here, so don't want to miss anything. I also gotta remember I upped the difficulty from the first game, so that's probably why they are a bit tougher. So I gotta take that into account when fighting.
That one's got a sling. Look out, brother.
That's alright, I can throw my axe. Oh, I see, I think health up there. Dang. I'm marking with like half health a majority of the time right now. Oh, I can't get up from there. Gotta climb up. I like the sleek look of a lot of the command prompts and stuff in this game so far. Oh, hello. That's so cool. Don't stand a chance. Can I not climb up this? I guess not. Oh, hello. Didn't realize there were friends down there. There we go.
Atreus, are you here?
Huh. Well, that's for the best. Let's find a way out.
Perhaps Atreus came here seeking shelter, kept moving when he saw the raiders, and the bear came barreling after.
Impressive rampage, I'll give it that.
You think the bear was chasing Atreus?
Well, just as likely the bear was hurt and Atreus was chasing it to help. You know the lad.
Yeah, I'd take a Trails 10 times out of 10
Where are you?
versus a bear. Oh, here we go. Oh gosh, that thing is huge. Oh, it has a name.
He found out.
Attacks with yellow rings cause block break. This one's gonna be tough, man.
Oh, he seems angry.
Attacks with red rings are unblockable. Okay, good to know. I'm doing all right so far.
Here it comes. Hit it before he stops again.
Oh, jeez. Can't do anything about that. Oh, here we go. I like how Mimir's excited too. Who can outroar the other? Oh, I've missed this. Oh, jeez. The bear is angry. I'm just gonna keep using the triangle ability because that's like the only one I have right now. Oh, jeez. I should have dodged that. I haven't needed any health yet, so that's good. Because there's a lot of health. I like that they throw a boss at you so early on in the game. Aw, dang it. That was my bad. I thought I could beat him before he... or hit him before he got to that. Too slow. Oh, jeez.
Grab him! He's looking
There we
shaky,
go.
brother.
Oh, yeah, it's just R3. I was pressing both. That's not how this is supposed to go. Gave him the people's elbow. Oh, don't hit Mimir. Whoa, what in the world? What?
Atreus! Atreus! Atreus!
Atreus can change into bears or just any animal?
First, focus. Heal.
That was not what I expected, dude. Jeez, man.
You do not remember.
Did Freya do that to him?
I prayed Fenrir. And then I'm not sure.
Oh, he was overcome with grief.
I was so sad. And then I was angry. And scared. I remember running. There was a bear. Charging, and I charged back. That had to be a dream.
That is some ability.
They transformed you.
I didn't know I could do that.
You did not do anything. They overcame you. That is why we must not abandon your training. We do not know the reach of your abilities. They will be dangerous without discipline to control them.
You've already taught me discipline. I need more than that. I need answers. Answers you don't have.
Answers only your mother had. Withheld.
That was cool.
What if there was someone who could help us? Someone that could give us answers about the giants and who Loki's supposed to be.
Atreus.
Wouldn't it help to understand what I'm becoming?
Atreus! Listen to me. I might have killed you. Until you learn control, we will take no unnecessary risks.
Inaction is also a risk. You taught me that. Stop thinking like a father for a moment and start thinking like a general.
No!
Man, they are so good together.
Collect yourself.
Kratos stands to lose too much if Atreus dies. Let's read his. Atreus has grown much since our journey to Jotunheim. We have trained through winter upon winter with no summers between. Man, what a nightmare. He is stronger, more capable, more adept in battle, and an excellent climber, but he still has much to learn if he is to master his emotions with discipline. He remains distracted by thoughts of Loki and the destiny foretold by the giants. Whatever his mother's people intended for him, whatever she intended, I will keep him safe and prepare him while I can. Well, it seems like Kratos isn't too happy with Faye at the moment, not having all the answers himself. Okay, that's good. That's a decent amount. Return home. Man, what a fight. The first boss fight is unknowingly against Atreus. I can definitely see where both of them are coming from, though. And I don't know who's right. Maybe we need Mimir, the mediator, to decide. One powerful axe.
So, are we going to discuss the boy becoming a bear?
Yeah. Are we?
Not now. We need to repair the protection stave and get home.
What happened to the protection stave?
You did.
So you're blaming me?
I am not blaming you, Atreus.
Well, tell your voice that.
Oh, that's a great line. Oh, I hear him again. Companion arrows. Use square to command a companion attack. Okay, perfect.
Say the word, Father.
Now!
Nita!
They can take those arrows, though.
Incoming fire!
Now that we're both together, they don't stand a chance.
So, lad, besides your gift of language and hearing creatures' thoughts, are there any other new magical abilities to report?
Not really.
What of Fenrir?
What about him?
When he died, you cast a spell.
No, I didn't.
But I saw light.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Trick of Fimbulwinter, perhaps? Seen my share.
No, I saw it too. And that time, I think Atreus is actually lying. I think he does know what he did. He's just hiding it. Can't wait to hopefully see Brock and Sindri soon. Building up the hack silver reserves. Gotta buy something. Oh, this is where we came from.
I recognize where we are now. What's with all the blood?
Yours, Atreus.
Seriously?
That, or any prey you might have been dragging, I suppose.
Not sure that makes me feel any better.
Dude is a beast. That could definitely come in handy if we have any big fights and he can control that ability. I saw a raven there or something.
This one.
I have a feeling it's being controlled and watching us.
Asya.
Looks cool. What did he just do? Oh no, the cubs from the bear he killed.
Intent does not matter. Only consequences.
What can we do?
Nothing. Nature will take its course.
Oh, that's sad. Poor little guys. That's gotta hurt for Atreus seeing that. Now, is that Raven still here?
We are almost home.
No, I think it's gone now. Unless I was just seeing things. Oh, full health. Haven't you learned your lesson yet?
Love you, fire!
Behind you! Incoming!
So many attacks to keep track of.
Nisa!
Gladly.
Behind you, watch out!
Nisa! Wow,
Nice.
a lot of those guys.
A lot of XP though.
All night.
They must have been inside the stave when I fixed it.
Oh, we got full Spartan Rage as well. Won't forget to use
I
that.
really wish Tyr's temple still worked so we could get out of Midgard.
They say Fimbulwinter affects all realms, lad.
Okay, but how could things be any worse than here?
Careful what you wish for. I hope we get to travel to other realms. I love that about the 2018 game. Oh, hey. Got the pups.
Hey, Svanna, you're not scared. You're a brave girl. Good. Brave girl. That's right.
He's good with
Cute.
them. No surprise, really.
Oh, yeah. The wind is picking up.
Becky, you okay? Just a little thunder. That's a good girl.
Oh,
Good girl.
I hope they stay safe.
Atreus!
I'm just checking on...
To bed!
Yes, sir.
Such a strict dad. Don't think we can do anything else at the moment here. So I will also obey.
That was entirely too eventful. Though I admit it was a bit like old times there, for a moment. The three of us navigating some hitherto unhappened upon patch of forest.
Been a while since you've joined us. If that's what you mean.
Ah, well, just tired, I suppose. You've seen one deer hunt, you've seen them all.
How can you feel tired when you never sleep?
There are other kinds of tired, lad. You'll see when you're older.
Yep. Been there.
Now have a proper rest, my brothers. Things are always brighter in the morning.
Uh-oh. This is giving me similar feelings to the end of the 2018 game. Don't tell me we're about to see Thor.
What was that?
The ball!
Oh no, man, I think we are. There's no way we're ready for this. What a behemoth. Dude is huge. Oh gosh, scariest weapon.
Can I come in? I have mead.
Wait, what? He's not here to fight?
Be good company. No. I'm sure we'll find lots to talk about.
Man, this is not how I thought this would go down. I thought it was going to be a full-on brawl. Maybe it still will be. Dude towers over Kratos. That is intimidating. Is that what the raven I saw was from before?
Nice place.
This is the Thor from Endgame, I see. Man's clearly been enjoying his mead. Man, what a weapon. That puts Kratos' axe to shame. Still don't trust him. The mood could switch at any second. Can't wait for this conversation, though.
You could have told me before I poured.
Why are you here?
Just, being polite.
Based off all the stories, I don't think Thor is very often polite.
You seem like a calm and reasonable person.
Yep,
Are you?
that's all we've ever known him to be.
Calm and reasonable person.
If the moment calls for calm.
I'd say the moment calls for calm. Yeah.
Oh, who is it now? They're gonna get ambushed. I like the voice actor for Thor, though. Is this who I think it is? This is Odin.
You know who I am? Back before winter set in, there were some misunderstandings.
Oh, man.
Credible ones. But I think we all have a better idea of who we're dealing with. Now, what you did to his boys. Self-defense. Dying is what we Aesir live for. And let's be honest, they were kinda useless.
Not the reaction I was expecting from him.
But Baldur, he had value.
Also not how I thought he'd
He was
look
my
like.
best tracker, my closer. Yeah, his mind was gone, sure. But he had his uses, and now he's gone because of you. You follow me? You have a debt. You're no fun anymore.
What do you want?
How about peace?
Yeah, like you've ever
How
tried
does
to
peace
cause
strike
peace.
The esteemed, retired god of war. How about we just don't
Title
kill
drop.
each other? How about you stay home, kick up your feet, seek no quarrel with me, and I'll have none with you. Of course, it means that that one has to stop his search for Tyr.
Oh no.
We know what you've been up to. Stop it.
Tyr's old ways are dead. He is dead. You understand? And then that's it. Then we're square.
Atreus has been doing things
Shit, I'll
behind
even sweeten
Kratos'
the
back.
deal. I'll let you keep the prisoner that I know you stole. That's right. I know you're in here somewhere, you silver-tongued little shit.
Oh, he's talking about Mimir.
What have you? What have your promises ever been worth?
There he is, my old partner in crime.
He's lost weight.
If he tells you snow is white, he's lying.
What kind of wisdom is that? Can't
Hey.
the smartest head alive see past himself?
Mimir's 10 times the
See how
man
we
you'll
all
ever
want the
be.
same thing? All right. Here's a deal I know you can trust. I'll settle your debt with my ex.
What do you mean by that?
Freya off your back. Keep your boy safe. That's really all you want, isn't it? So what do you say?
I wouldn't trust anything, just like Mimir warned. They're rolling up all kind and peaceful, but they're hiding their true feelings, no doubt. Kratos saying no is like the equivalent of John Wick saying yeah. One word with so much power.
About time.
Oh, here we go. This is what I was afraid of.
For this, you're not from here. We got a tradition called blood payments. It means I get a piece of you for what you took from my family. You'll pick it up.
I don't know if Kratos can beat him. All we've heard is how he just kills god after god,
That was revolt.
giant after giant.
Show me this god killer I've heard so much about.
All right, let's go. Let's dance.
That's all? You were finally showing.
I don't have my
Fight without your
axe.
Coward.
I did not seek that fight with your brother. I don't care.
You insult me holding back like this.
Uh-oh, man. Not looking great.
You're fucking hopeless. You spit on my son's memory. I can't believe they lost to you.
You know my past.
The ghost of Sparta thing. Yeah.
Then you know what I'm capable of.
Show me.
Oh, here we go. Oh, what a hit.
Now we got us a fight.
Where'd that health go?
Was hoping to see your blade. Guess they don't come when you call. How were you ever a god of war?
I'll show you.
Let me see the monster inside.
Oh gosh. I feel like we're getting a Valkyrie fight at the beginning of the game with this.
You should be better than this.
Hey, I mean, you're almost defeated. So don't be too confident. I assume this is going to be like Baldur, where this is just our introduction to him. Mjolnir is just too strong.
That's for madness.
Oh, this is so sick.
Sorry about your statue, Tyr, you preachy old stiff. If
Man,
you're not
this is-
fighting dirty, you're not
What?
fighting, right? Afraid to get your hands dirty?
He's full health again? Are you kidding me? This is going to be impossible. Quick break. I need it. Okay, this is the new upgrade tree. Can I upgrade now mid-fight? Oh. Does it upgrade automatically? Or, oh, no, those are already purchased. I see. Okay, let me see if I can purchase something here that can help me out. Against burning enemies. Not really going to do anything. Charge up. Freezing throw. The melee. Oh, this could help me. Hold L forward and press R1 for a quick spinning attack. Ooh, that's one from the first game that I kind of liked. R1. Oh, I like this. Let's do that. Knock off the rust. Definitely a little rusty for sure. Okay. Oh, you can disable the skill as well. That's new. So hold R1 and strike repeatedly. Okay. That should help me a little bit.
No way my boys fell to this. Show me who you are.
Your son struck first. Good.
This is tricky early, man.
Pantheon because they hurt his feelings.
Bringing up all the old wounds. Oh, shoot, man. That does so much damage. I almost have Spartan Rage, though, again. Oh, no. Dude, Thor is destroying me, man.
Was it luck? Did my son die to blind fucking luck? Dumbass!
You think you can come here, become a daddy, get a clean slate?
Thor is one angry dude.
You're a destroyer, like me.
Oh, I had to press that one a lot. Wait, what?
Oh no. I say when we're done.
Whoa! Dude, that was so clever.
Till I see the real you.
I really thought I died. That was one of the most brilliant things I've ever seen in a game, the fake out. That was so cool. I can't get over that. What a great way to introduce this character. Hey, does it say that if you didn't fight her in the first game? Cool callback.
This is the foreign god that bested Alder.
Almost got it. Here we go. This is what I've been waiting for. Yeah, look at him flying around. Not so tough now. Never mind. Still tough. Oh, yes. The music going crazy, too. They've definitely one-upped the Baldur fight from the first game.
Even in death,
The fuck you say?
Modi sought us in fear of you. He died of the wounds you gave him.
Oh, we got a model father here.
Oh, I love this writing. This is fantastic.
This feels familiar.
What? Don't matter.
Oh, you can't just leave us hanging like that.
I can give a hot shit about your fatherly advice. I want to see the god of war.
You started this. I will end it.
This is really the ultimate showdown between powerful people.
Let the god of war out. Let me see him!
Dang, that attack is tricky.
Where's the love of the fight?
Oh, I thought I hit it in time. Dang it. Getting plenty of mileage out of that new ability. Oh, shoot. Man, this is as tough as a Valkyrie fight, I feel like. Partially just because I'm not upgraded at all. Really is a fight to the death. Oh.
Clever won't beat me.
Almost missed it.
Who are you? Show me! Show me the killer of God!
Man, this is really challenging early on. I'm nervous for the rest of the game.
You will join your sons!
Tell him, Kratos. Oh man, his attacks are really difficult to dodge.
Look at you, trying to remember your old move.
No! Shoot, my first death. I was going for the perfect run. Just kidding, that would have been impossible. I know I shouldn't have tried to block that one. Dang it. Oh, he is handling business. Shoot, this is not what I was prepared for at the start of the game. Thank you for some help, if I can grab it. Gotta lock in here. This is such a cool set piece for this fight as well. Here we go, something new.
I see why my sons fell to you. Even this lesser version of you.
Full of insults.
Am not my sons. And your boy, Allfather, has plans for him.
Oh, let's go, Kratos. Oh, the theme coming in.
There he is.
Teacher moment. Class is in session.
God of War. Consider your blood debt paid.
That's it? man, just wanted to bring out the anger in him. What a fight.
Told you he'd make it.
Kratos!
Yes!
It's Sindri and Brock.
Oh, look at their dress.
Can we...
Oh, now! Odin is with Atreus.
Oh, no. I'll go get a gateway ready.
Come on, then. Ain't a long walk.
Oh, I missed him so much. Oh, time to read whatever lore I got here. Foe, I assume? Yeah, Thor. Man, he's every bit as powerful as they talked him up to be, and I feel like he was holding back even a little bit. There are many differences between Thor and his brother Balder. Balder fought wildly, his motivation to inflict pain. Thor is calmer, although he was leveling endless insults at us, so not too calm, but in comparison, yes. His bloodlust is for the fight itself, not for the suffering it inflicts. The full force of his attacks is as heavy as any I have felt. The hammer, Mjolnir, only compounds his power. Each blow echoes with the death and destruction they have wrought together. He chose to end our fight prematurely. It is good for both of us that it did not reach its conclusion. Well, I don't doubt that it will eventually come to that in this game. Brock, you beautiful man. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay. And this arena as well does kind of resemble a Valkyrie arena. Man, the beginning fights are always elite. I love how warm they look.
Well, good to see you making new friends. Ain't that Mjolnir pack a punch? You know we made that hammer, right?
You have mentioned it.
I know that. Wasn't ever sure you were listening.
Never stop talking about it.
It's good to see the axe hold her own. Kind of the point, after all.
Was it really good? Brock killed us once. Oh, this is where we are? Wow, it's unrecognizable. The winter really does ruin everything. That's such a cool visual. And that was like, it kind of reminded me of the moment in Harry Potter where Harry and Voldemort kind of clash their wands. Just the best of the best meeting each other in battle.
All set. This'll get you home.
Thank you very much, Sindri. Can we even get in here anymore?
Trying to bifrost your way around the realms. Odin's got them locked down tight. Or ain't you noticed?
Oh, I've noticed now. But man, this looks cool. Got some updated visuals. What's up, Sindri? He is looking like he does not love this weather.
Hey, one last thing there, Tiny. If you got Aesir at your door, then I reckon your protection stave's busted. Once you chase Odin off, you got another place to lay your head tonight? And I don't mean that talky fella.
I will not abandon my home.
Oh yeah? And what's to stop the all-fucker from spying on you? Or Raven pecking your house to splinters while you're asleep in it? Nothing, that's what. You go get your boy, and I'll speak to a certain someone about putting you up at his place in a pinch.
I like the sound of that. But man, this place looks even more cool than before. Love the look of it. Feels a lot more full and vibrant. Home sweet home. Okay, he was just chilling with us for a second. I thought he'd come with us. They're gone. Oh, there's the blades.
Brother!
I was about to look for you.
Thank goodness.
Are you?
Just a scratch.
What does he want?
To, pay for the roof. And
What?
he invited me to Asgard.
Did he? I couldn't hear once he went outside.
He's playing mind
I told him
games.
no. Obviously.
Good. Why were you searching for Tyr?
If I told you I was looking for him, you would have said not to.
So you hid the truth. From me.
I wanted to tell you. I really did, but now that you know, there's something you should see.
No.
Just trust me, you'll want to.
Trust! You have broken my trust.
Oh, shoot.
Then let me regain it. Let me show you what I found. Besides, we haven't seen the last of Odin. Or Thor. And clearly they can just walk in and blast holes in our home whenever they want. There's only one way to get them off our backs. And I think I know how. Sir.
Come on. Let him show you. This is some incredible drama to start off, though.
Show me.
Here we go.
Gather your things.
He's back in full force. All sorts of goodies. Ooh, gear up. Okay. Armor and equipment improve stats like defense, of course, to help Kratos survive. Could have used that in the Thor fight for sure. Strength to do more damage, etc. What we got? Ooh, I like the visuals on the right there. So we can view our chest armor. Is that what we've been wearing, I assume? Ooh, that looks incredible. What? This is a beginning of the game armor as well. I'm going to go, since I am playing on a harder difficulty, I want to go for more defense so that I can take more hits. We'll do that. Navigate to the weapons menu. Open the Leviathan axe. That's cool, the ways that they have updated this menu. The Furious Maul. That's quite a name. Equipping items improve stats that can unlock new abilities. For more info, learn about stats in the Stats Help overlay. Okay, this is pretty much all stuff I knew from the first game, though, or the other game. I'm probably going to call it the first game, and you'll know what I mean. Okay, ready for war.
Are you ready? Go.
Man, he looks dope right now.
And keep the change, you bastard!
Nice. Shout out Home Alone. We don't want any of Odin's crap. Oh, we got new info on him as well. He is not at all what I expected when I heard all the stories of Odin and just knowing of Odin from mythology and all that. He didn't look super intimidating, but no doubt he has so much power, and I would not like our chances if we have to fight him. Like his son before him, Odin has come to our door. He does not seek vengeance for Baldur, but instead he speaks of peace and inaction. Lies, all lies, no doubt. Odin claims that Atreus has been searching for Tyr and has requested he halt this endeavor. So does that mean that Tyr is potentially still alive? I guess we'll find out here in a second, depending on what Atreus found. I'm not pleased that he knows more about what my son is doing than I. While I do not approve of what Atreus has done behind my back, I will not abide the gods of this realm coming to my home and dictating our actions. If he does not want us searching for Tyr, it is likely that is exactly what we should be doing. I must note that he offered a deal of peace for our inaction. If I did not have better counsel, I would have been tempted to take it. His threat to Freya made this impossible. She may persist as a danger, but to ally against her with her former husband is unacceptable. I agree. Oh man, love these. Glad we don't have to wait too long in this game to get him again. Okay, Atreus, lead the
Where
way.
are we going?
The old temple in the Wildwoods.
Why?
It'll be easier to explain once we're there.
Did Odin say anything else while you were outside?
Yeah. He said he doesn't care about Jotunheim anymore. That the giants can keep their secrets. He's averted Ragnarok his own way. You think he knows all the giants are dead?
I'm more concerned that it no longer matters to him. What's he up to?
Yeah, that's fishy. I don't like the sound of that. Does the difficulty... Whoa!
What happened here?
That was sick.
Close to home.
Are raiders warring with one another now?
Those are not their arrows. Something else is out here.
Oh man, another foe. But I was going to say, does the difficulty increase also lower the amount of hack silver I get? Because I feel like I'm not getting much so far.
More over here. And fresh. Did they all get in while the state was down?
That, or Odin cocked up the protection spell altogether.
What do you see?
Just animal tracks.
Hey, don't have to wait to break these now. Aim L2 plus R2. Cool.
Almost to the bridge. Oh, guess the bridge gave out. Gonna need another path to the temple.
Why would you come out this way alone, lad?
I had dreams calling me here.
Dreams.
Kratos has had dreams as well.
Hey, try
What's
using your
that
blades
noise?
to pull this down.
Thank you for saying please.
Whoa, that one's still alive.
No. Look closer.
Hell Raiders now? Who's doing this?
Suppose it's too much to hope that an enemy of theirs would be a friend of ours.
Yeah, probably. Bit of war,
I did not expect that to happen.
Who'd be stringing up raiders like that?
Hell Raider, very familiar with these. Your standard stag-styled raider, only dead, and far more dangerous for it. Yeah, I noticed they had like a shield before we actually got to their real health. That's interesting. Relentless, frenzied, rageful creatures. Lighting them on fire should help calm them down.
You see something down there?
Oh, definitely. That's really cool. Just some hack silver. Okay. Maybe this game doesn't have collectibles the same way that the 2018 one had. Love that way of climbing ledges, though. Very quick. Okay, can't bring those ones down.
Whoa! Bloody hell, brother! What was that?
Something strong and dangerous.
Yikes, man.
God.
Oh yeah, being all the way on guard.
I guess gods and giants are the least of our worries right now. Ragnarok or Fimbulwinter brings out everybody. Oof.
Whatever it is, it works fast.
Easy enough to kill. Can we... Oh, this is just across the way from where we were before. I'm surprised we didn't see whatever it was. I did not realize my health was that low.
There's the temple now. Just need to find a way around.
I guess if we came straight from the Thor fight, it makes sense.
Nista!
I don't know why I was acting like I had abilities to use.
Behind you, father! Behind you! Look out!
When did this bridge collapse?
Oh, a while ago. Wasn't me.
How do we trust you at this point? Love seeing familiar areas like this, though, reimagined with the new weather.
Remember when I said there was someone who might help us get answers about the giants and Loki?
You mean Tyr, the old god of war in these lands, who is dead?
Oh,
Well, for a dead man, Odin seemed pretty keen on seeing he wasn't found.
Right? He knows Tyr could unite the realms against us. Plus, Tyr was the giants' greatest ally. So,
Enough.
nah, I kind of want to hear the rest of it.
still putting up offerings to Odin. I don't think he cares.
Yeah, I'm not offering anything to Odin. Let's see, anything else? Nope. Really love some of the updates to the gameplay so far. I would have been perfectly fine if they kept everything the same, though. Because the gameplay was already top tier.
Look out!
This is a big dude. Not big enough. What the?
Return from the dead rather swiftly, don't
Oh my gosh. That was brutal. Man, the undead suck. Just stay dead. Let's see, anything else in here? Doesn't appear to be.
That pillar wasn't in the way last time I came.
That's alright, easy enough to move. Whoa. Oh, you can move it around. That is neat. The blades are doing more work than they have ever done before.
Like I was saying, Tyr was an ally to the giants, so he'd be on our side if we find him. And if anyone might know who I'm supposed to be, it's him. If he's out there, we gotta find him. How can we not?
Those are many ifs, Atreus. What do you know?
You'll see soon.
Hey, I trust him. I'm sure he's onto something big. I had a feeling we'd need to move it back. Scanning the area. L2. Oh! Familiar with these. Always love a good puzzle.
What do you think?
Can't imagine what the lad's found, but he says he has evidence. We've come this far. Let's see it.
Always down for adventure. How do we get to there? Did I miss that before? Well, I can't get back there now.
Many dead here.
We should keep moving.
Flame Whiplash. Mash triangle to charge up the Blades of Chaos. Okay, it's like what we have with the axe.
Too late.
Father,
Oh, you have to mash it.
burn them! Raider! To your left!
That is cool. Why not?
Nista!
Watch your left!
There's certainly enough enemies.
Behind you, father!
Incoming fire!
Man, they just don't stop. Got something special for you. Raider Scout updated. Well, a scout's slingshot is a painful nuisance. Yep, that's true. Thankfully, they're slow to use. At close range, the advantage is yours.
Fire! Left flank!
Quit your yapping. Oh, gotta use the axe.
Nista!
Atreus can kill him as well. Oh, dang. I wish I realized that mid-fight. That is cool. Okay. Dang, I really wish I didn't miss that chest, whatever it was. I think it's just Hacksilver, though. So, not the biggest loss.
Isn't it nice how Fimbulwinter wore down all the helpful magic we acquired? Yet somehow new terrors only flourish. As if on cue.
Easy enough. Hell Raider Scout, the frozen undead hell variant of your owl-styled Raider Scout. Faster, louder, colder. All the good things. What we got here?
Kill. Winterman.
Yup, you got it. Wonder who they mean.
Winterman. That is ominous. The runes appear to be the work of raiders, but I do not know the Winterman. Their attacks have increased of late. Perhaps he is the source of their agitation. Is that who we caught a glimpse of before? Or him, like, killing? Whatever that was. Trying to think if any of the gods we heard about in the
Recline.
2018 game would be the Winterman.
Ah, he has gotten rather good at that.
It's hard to remember all of their names. There was a lot of them. A ton of lore.
Yet another grisly scene.
Nista! Watch your right!
Dang, they're ganging up on me.
Come on, Kratos!
What? What was that attack? Jeez, man. The enemies are so difficult already in this game. Yeah, what is that attack?
Nasty hit. You all right, brother?
What is going on, man? This is way more difficult than the first game, the beginning of that at least. Especially because I know what I'm doing right now. There's no warning for that attack either. Well, I guess they just kind of lean back.
Nasty hit. You all right, brother?
Man, not a fan of this. Okay, just had to use my brain a little bit.
I've seen my share of bloodshed, but this is an awful lot for one morning.
Mimir always wanting the peaceful times. Okay. Doesn't seem like I can go anywhere else here.
Brother!
What? Is this the Winter Man? What is that? The Huntress? What is this, Dead by Daylight?
God, brother! I think we found our predator. Your shield's busted, brother. Just keep your feet moving, yeah?
Shield is broken. Okay. I assume I should be using the blades against this enemy. That works. Man, it's just tough enemy after tough enemy in this game. That does look cool, though. The music, great. Oh, jeez. Yeah, it feels like they've given regular enemies Valkyrie-type attacks. Jeez, I was so close as well. Dang it, man. Well, I committed to the harder difficulty. This is what I asked for. There we go. Second time's the charm. Brutal. Wow.
Fimbulwinter Freya, the raiders, Thornodin barging in, and now...
Let me read the codex for this thing first. The Huntress, the stalker that ambushed us, has broken my shield. That sucks. She was a formidable huntress and fought well. I must alter my defensive strategy now that I do not have the ability to block. At least now we will be mentally prepared if we encounter another stalker. Man, so there's going to be multiple. Hopefully it doesn't take too long to get the shield back.
It's playing in our woods. This is no safe haven anymore.
Ooh, here we go. Light runic attacks. Perfect. already know all about him. Okay, we got, I assume, for the axe first. That is pretty dope. I like it. Does it tell me what I press to do it? Oh, there we go. While blocking L1, press R1. Okay, perfect. And you can upgrade them as well. Now we're starting to get back to our old self with the abilities and whatnot. I also like that it puts the image or the little preview video there so I don't have to change my camera location like I used to. Oh, to equip. Wait, I used it, right? Okay. I guess it didn't look quite like the video just because there were no enemies there. So we can climb down there. Oh, that's where we came from, though. Let's just climb where we were going to go originally.
Mom gave you.
Thor damaged it. But now,
Perhaps the dwarves could take a look at it.
perhaps, later.
Love to see what they can make of it.
We can get in this way.
Oh, here we go. Lore scroll, the Ashen God. It is the Ashen God's fault. She told us, the witch, said the Ashen God murdered Balder, and in so doing started Fimbulwinter. Oh, Kratos is the Ashen God. She said if the god dies, Fimbulwinter will end. Oh no, no more night, no more cold, no Ragnarok. We ran out of food a week ago, no matter. Soon we will feast on god flesh. That explains why so many people are trying to kill us right now. Freya causing all sorts of issues.
Why are we here, Atreus?
Okay. You remember all those shrines we found, telling the stories of giants? How the panel on the left would be their origin, and the panel on the right would be their fate?
Yes.
Love those.
We found many. I have seen them.
Well, there's more of them than we realized.
I like and don't like the sound of that at the same time. I guess it just gave us what was in that. Didn't have to climb down. Oh man, I remember this area too. So cool seeing it in a different light. Feels like an eternity ago. I want to get in there somehow.
Well, the collapsed pillar is new, but the shrine is just on the other side.
Things collapsing on a regular basis in these parts.
Fimbulwinter wears down all things, even stone.
Nobody is safe. Let's see. Gotta find some way of getting to that chest. Now that we've introduced runic attacks. Oh, here we go. Nice. Knew it couldn't be too difficult. Love me a good chest.
How do you always know how to find those?
Had a few hours of practice by now. This one was relatively easy. Oh, do I just go again? Oh,
That should help.
there we go. It's a cool new mechanic here.
There we go. Come on.
Yeah, I remember opening this one. Could be a new one, though.
You watching?
What? There's more to him? Is this a gateway?
Well, that's new.
Atreus, you genius. What?
Come on.
Do we get to see like a visualization?
Yeah, I don't think he's waiting.
Mimir always with the good adages. Whoa.
Where are we?
Somewhere only giants were meant to see. These shrines tell their stories to the world.
That's why he
But it
can open
turns out
them.
The real stories, the secret stories, those they kept here, inside. You remember the story of Skull and Hati, the wolf giants?
Oh, of course.
Odin captured them because he thinks it'll help him control when Ragnarok starts.
I remember.
But that's not the whole story. See, this shows the giants setting Skull and Hati free.
They're free. Is this the past or the future?
Depends when you're looking at it.
Spoken like a giant.
See, the wolves are safe. Somewhere in Vanaheim.
Not the first place Odin would look, I suppose.
There they are, chasing the sun and moon.
Old habits.
Until, look, the moon gets stolen. Somehow.
Atreus.
See? Hati's got nothing to chase.
And they say celestial theft is a victimless crime.
Do they say that now,
Not
Mimir?
totally sure who this is, but someone comes along and rescues the moon. And then, the moon blocks out the sun.
A total eclipse. I haven't seen one of those in 100 winters.
But then they chase an arrow, and things go back to normal.
What does any of this have to do
We're
with...
coming to that.
Kratos never has patience. This is such cool visuals.
Here's Ragnarok. Do you see who's leading the armies against Odin? That's Tyr. If he's gonna be around at Ragnarok, that means he's gotta be alive. Right?
Oh.
Can this be?
Odin told me he killed Tyr, and he trusted me at the time, or so I thought.
What if he didn't kill him?
Odin always
What
keeping
if he's
secrets.
just had him locked up somewhere all this time?
We are back to ifs. Enough.
Wait,
We are going home.
wait! I have one more thing to show you. It's just out here.
I'm down to be shown stuff like this all day. This is amazing, man. Feel like we're in Dune right now. With all the spice in the air. Oh, do we leave? I mean, Atreides, kind of close to
What
Atreus.
is this?
Everything I found. Well, almost everything.
That's giant craftsmanship. You've been to Jotunheim again?
No, I found it in one of the other shrines.
Other shrines. How many have you visited?
Man's been busy.
Well, all of them?
What?
All the ones I could still get to in Midgard anyway. I don't know what it is, but it's important.
He's been stealthy if
Just like all
Kratos didn't
this.
know about this.
When I was inside one of the shrines, I saw an image of Tyr imprisoned, but I couldn't tell where. There are hints inside the other shrines. They mention black smoke and the bleeding earth, but we could never figure out exactly.
We.
Yeah, Sindri's been helping me.
Of course, Sindri's
I talked
involved.
him into it. It wasn't his idea. I just needed someone to watch my back.
Oh, Kratos is mad.
Black smoke. Bleeding earth. Could the prison be in Muspelheim?
Unlikely. Odin's got no presence to speak of in the primordial realms. But the Bleeding Earth? Sounds like a mine, aye.
The realm of the dwarves, perhaps.
Svartalfheim, that's a good bet. Their mines did belch black smoke. And Odin's had his thumb on the dwarves for a very long time.
Now we're
That's
getting
it then.
somewhere.
Tears and Svartalfheim somewhere, imprisoned in a mine. So, what now?
How do we get there, though, if it's broken? The temple.
Home.
Love the evolution between Atreus and Sindri, though. At one point in the last game,
Lad, even
they
if
hated
you
each
consider
other.
Looking for Tyr, how do you have us getting to Svartalfheim?
Let me look at this lore. Of all the stories Mimir told us of the giants, this was among the most difficult to believe. Giant wolves with the power to chase day into night and back again. Yet the secrets Atreus uncovered within their shrine reveal they are alive, and perhaps then so is Tyr.
You know Odin's had all travel between realms locked up tight.
Sindri said he had an idea or two about that.
Sindri is full of ideas.
That's why we love him. I'm glad Atreus had somebody to help, though. Give me something good. Rawhide. Okay, that's a new one.
Huh. Ground looks kind of cracked there.
Yeah, I don't trust it to hold us. Gotta be something up here. Now we're getting more of a chance to explore. And they're rewarding us. We're getting a lot of forged iron. Oh, I think I know what I'm supposed to do.
Remember when we fought our first troll out this way?
I remember you lost control.
Good times.
We must tread carefully, brother. Danger is close.
You okay fighting without a shield?
It is not my first time.
Hey, I like this update where it doesn't automatically send you down the rope when you kick it off. Okay, I think what I'm supposed to do is this. Oh. Never mind.
Ah, back to smashing through things for fun and profit. Lovely.
I do love destroying things. It was essentially doing the thing I was thinking of, but I thought I'd have to press the button.
Mimir, what did you hear of Odin's offer?
To the lad, not much. They stepped outside, but he told us about it. I wouldn't worry.
What about the things he did not tell us?
Yeah, we already know now that Atreus is keeping some secrets. Hopefully Odin didn't convince him of anything. And I think we just head this way now. I do like that we didn't have to wait very long in this game to see both Thor and Odin. I really thought it was just going to be Thor. But that was the perfect teaser to give us at the end of the first game. With axe. Oh, yeah.
Brother, there's no blocking without your shield.
That does work pretty well. Oh, I was trying to grab the loot. Oh, man. Bloody but glorious. Got some special for you, big boy. Oh, I love it. So satisfying. Raider Chief. Man, it is wild in this game. I mean, I like it because it ups the challenge, but it does make it very difficult. They give all the regular enemies like levels to their attacks, like the red being really damaging and difficult. Then the block breaks, all that. So dynamic. But I like it because there comes a point in the first game where those fights become almost an inconvenience just because they become really easy. But now every fight puts up a bit of a challenge. The Raider Chiefs adopt the strength of the mighty ox for their Filgja, and visually speaking, it's quite obvious. Massive hulking forms that can weaponize nearly every part of their body should they throw their weight behind it. According to Raider tradition, chiefs are chosen through several days and nights of combat trials. Only the strongest of warriors are even given the chance, and by the end of the trials, most, if not all, of the contestants are dead, including the winner. Due to drastically dwindling numbers, I think they may have changed their methods. That is insane. It's also interesting with the Spartan Rage that, unlike the first game where you can start doing it like halfway charged up, this one, you have to be fully charged.
Phew.
That could change, though.
Brother, a word. Don't hold the lad's curiosity against him. It goes with being young.
In my youth, we learned obedience.
And is that what you wish for him? Brother, he's going to walk his own path. If you don't want him walking away from you, then smarten up and walk with him a while.
Dang. Some very wise words right there. Mimir is great to have around.
If we could find a way to open rum travel to Svartalfheim, I bet there'd be all sorts of useful equipment for us to...
Enough. We will go.
Got my attention.
But if we do not find Tyr, you will abandon your search. For good.
All right. You won't be sorry.
I love it. Already sticking to what Mimir told him. Up we go. I wouldn't be surprised if we have a few more enemies show up before we get back. Already home. Never mind.
Kratos! Over here!
My friend.
Live and breathe. Is that Atreus? It's been so long. How you've grown.
The worst liar ever.
Oh, yeah.
Well, if you'll follow me, Brock mentioned you needed somewhere safe to spend the night, and I believe your favorite dwarves can help you out with that. We're still
Oh
your
my
favorite
gosh.
dwarves, right?
You're
Of
still
course.
the only dwarves we know.
I'll take it.
Oh man, I love Sindri. What a personality.
After you, my friends.
Where are we going?
The cleanest cabin in all the 9 realms. And I'd prefer it to stay that way. Not looking at anyone in particular. Kratos. After that Thor incident, we thought we should make up some rooms, till you can figure out your next moves. Nearly there.
I love the way he runs.
As you can see, we've settled here in the realm between realms. It's
Whoa.
nothing much, but it's safe from Fimbulwinter.
Nothing
Safe from
much?
Odin's eyes. And you really can't beat the view if you're into shimmering gray voids.
That's amazing, Sin. We have a plan to talk to you about, actually.
Intriguing.
I love this. I would never leave if I was Sindri. This is so cool. I also love that Atreus has a nickname for him, Sin.
Right this way, Kratos.
If this is what it looks like on the outside, I'm
in.
excited for the
Come in.
inside.
Now, if you would just wipe your feet very thoroughly, I'll wait. You're not gonna wipe your feet, are you? Okay then. Your bedrooms are there. The kitchen is just over there. Anybody need a snack?
He is
Kratos?
always glaring at him.
Snack?
I do not need a snack.
What we need is your help getting to Svartalfheim so we can try and rescue Tyr.
To Tyr. Alive? I mean, that's... What?
It's okay. I told him everything.
Everything?
You waited my son and disobeying me.
No, I kept an eye on him. On your behalf. Nothing risky. Everything very safe. Somebody else speak.
What's important right now is that we try and open up travel between realms again. You said you know a way?
Yes, I do. It's just a lot of mud.
Then why haven't you opened the way already, man?
Man, Atreus really has grown.
Something we needed your help with.
Taller than Sindri now.
Oh, the Huldra brothers finally require the services of the smartest man alive.
That's it precisely.
Hey! Not so fast.
More mud.
How'd that get in here? What the hell is it anyway?
That is my son.
Well, what in all yarns me the happened to him? He's too damn tall now. And he looks like that.
Brock, always one for compliments.
Well, come on then. Let's get him something that fits at least.
He's just getting older, you dark prat. Didn't you ever have an awkward phase in your youth?
Hey,
I suppose what's done is done. But you'll be putting your foot down from now on if you know what's good.
Oh, he's trying. Believe me.
All right, let's gear you fuckers up before you go off gallivanting.
I love all this back and forth.
Begin with this.
And yes, finally the shop.
Busted up good. Wouldn't you rather I just whip you up a new one?
It is important to me.
Well, I'll see what I can do.
Work your magic.
Meanwhile, how about I fix you up with something to get you by?
No, cannot wait. I've been hoping for more shop time. The Huldra Brothers shop. Not individual shops anymore. Craft and upgrade armor, weapon attachments, and items using collected resources. Okay. Shields. Brock has enough materials to forge a new shield. Okay, so we can potentially get a new shield for the time being.
I only got materials to make one of these in the here and now. You bring me more resources, we'll see what we can do.
Okay, sounds good to me. Both defense 10. High risk, high reward parries. Oh, so you have to like really time it. Ooh, that's tricky. I don't know which one I want to do. I feel like I do dodge a lot. I don't usually just sit there absorbing moves, so I'm gonna try that one. That looks cool. Okay. Block is restored. Get Atreus some new armor. Can do. Oh, companion armor.
If the kid's gonna insist on getting taller, best make a habit of swinging in for new duds.
I freaking love Brock's dialogue. I've missed it. That looks dope. The armor in this game is sick. Okay, I'm gonna get Vidar's Belt of Might next, because I do want to give myself some more strength. Have some heavier attacks. Oh, and I can upgrade it as well. I don't know if I want to do that right now, though. I feel like I want to save it, my upgrades, for some better items. Next, I'll do Fortified Husk Arm Guards. I like that it does a pretty decent upgrade to both. And then I think I can do Chest Armor as well. Oh, no, it's just upgrading what I already have. I'll go ahead and upgrade this. It does a pretty decent job. Spitshine, nice. Already got quite a bit of achievements so far. Armor built from the husks of some of the sturdiest creatures in all the 9 realms. It provides the wearer maximum coverage, increasing their defense. Very nice. I think that's all I can do right now.
Found some items you left behind, tossed them in the chest. What would you do without me?
I'm
Oh,
gonna go look around. Check out my room.
Chops have a
Tell Sindri when you're
chest.
ready.
That's cool. Oh, let me read the Brock one. What a dapper gentleman. The dwarven blacksmith Brock was the first ally we encountered when we set out for the mountain's peak. He and his brother Sindri made the Leviathan axe for Faye, and this has been our common bond. Brock is blunt with a foul tongue, but there is a wisdom in his bluster. I find him acceptable company. That's fantastic.
Thank you.
He finds him acceptable. I find him exceptional company.
And how's life been treating everyone's favorite Azure Vulgarian?
The fuck you call me?
Exquisite.
Oh, man. Those two do not like each other, though. This is such a cool room, man. Now we've got a lot of vibrancy and color. Quite the steps. I feel like I'd fall over every time I climbed up that. And risk dying.
See? I knew you wanted a snack.
He's watching me like a hawk. I just want to browse right now. This is so cool.
Hey, come see. I guess this is where they store the food. Nice to have options if I wake up hungry.
Very nice indeed. Best room in the house, if you ask me. I could definitely get used to sleeping here.
Finding everything all right, I hope?
What a wholesome host.
How do we unlock the realms?
We'll just need something from back at the workshop. Follow me, and be sure to bring the head.
Oh, he's coming everywhere.
So, where exactly is Tyr being held?
He's imprisoned in a mine somewhere. That's all we know so far.
Oh, let's read the Sindri lore first. Our good friend. On our journey to Jotunheim, Sindri proved himself a capable blacksmith and valuable ally. Now he has been helping Atreus in his search for Tyr. I am unhappy this was done without my knowledge, though it is better Atreus was not alone on this path. I agree. I will attempt to spare the dwarf my wrath. It may not be easy.
The realm is full of mines, you realize. You'll need help narrowing it down. Oh, you should talk to Derlin.
Who's Darlin?
He's a cousin of ours. Sort of. Works for the city on safety issues.
Oh boy.
Should have access to all kinds of information on mines. And I know he's no friend of Odin. That's why your mother sought his help when she was trying to whip up a rebellion. Ready?
A rebellion? Did you know about that?
I did not.
A rebel leader who knew Mom. Sounds like exactly what we need.
I think you missed the ta-da. Well, never mind.
Faye has been
I'll have
active.
this oiled up in no time. Meet you at the gateway outside.
Rebel leader? Derlin? If that ain't giving a hound a haircut.
Huh?
And you just remember things however they pop into your being, don't you? I suppose you think Derlin's just counting the days until a couple of strays show up looking for trouble.
What do you mean, Brock?
Will he help us or not?
No, never mind. It ain't old Brock's place to cast aspersions on my relations.
What a
This
sentence.
smudge sponger notwithstanding.
Ignoring you.
Fine. Go darken Derlin's door. See for yourself how it goes. Just be warned, he's not the friendly sort of dwarf folk you're used to. He's cranky as all get out. And he talk funny, too.
Sounds like someone we know.
Like a true study in contrast.
That's what I'm saying.
I've always wanted to see your home realm. Svartalfheim sounds unique.
Svartalfheim? Huh, stupid Aesir name. We look like dark elves to you.
Oh, right. You call the realm something else.
Nidavellir, which is also the name of the capital city and where you should look for Derlin.
Nidavellir.
City's so full of Odin fuckers nowadays. It ain't hardly somewhere a self-respecting dwarf would show his face.
Harsh, but accurate.
Sounds like a fun place for sure. Looks like we leave next. Just as quick as we got here. I assume this is Sindri's room. He does not want us going in there. Alright, on we go.
You hear that?
What was I supposed to hear?
Are those some kind of dragons? They're so far, I can't tell how big they are.
Oh. That's kind of spooky, man. Definitely don't want to anger it. But I imagine we'll see him up close here soon enough. Glad we can travel.
Head. Brock, do the touching.
Oh, this would be the part requiring my assistance then.
You said it. This device here has been crafted to your measurements. It'll help you get a better look at the problem with those Bifrost eyes of yours.
Poor Mimir.
So, do I control this thing somehow then?
Oh, no. This is just to hold you in place while we shine this light in your eyes.
Oh, Cindy, you sodding bastard!
These two love it.
Open now.
Freaking goofballs.
Guy with clamps.
Do it.
That's it. Good. Now, release.
Still unpleasant.
That's our cue. Come on, hurry.
I'm coming.
Feel sorry for Mimir.
Rascal goes, eggs, man. What was that for?
Doesn't
You'll see
deserve it.
soon enough. Just there. That should do it.
Whoa.
See? No permanent damage.
I'll show you permanent damage, you wee fuck. Kratos, throw me at him. Horns first.
Can't you take a joke, you old goat?
I love Brock's laugh. So hearty. Back where he belongs.
The Bifrost is broken.
Now that we've reconfigured these gateways to use Yggdrasil seeds, you won't need a travel table or a Bifrost lamp anymore.
I also used it for light.
Okay, good note. I'll figure something out, but first, come on, let me show you how it works.
These two can make anything. The ultimate blacksmiths.
Okay, aim your key at the rune for Svartalfheim on the right, then concentrate.
What? This is awesome.
To get to any of those realms, you'll need a seed for them.
All the classics. Oh boy, everyone's favorite, Niflheim. Gateway unlocked. Press X while hovering. Okay. Definitely having to
This should take you
relearn
to the wetlands outside Nidavellir City.
how to do
Just
some
make your way
things.
to the town square and ask for Derlin at the tavern.
You sure they'll know him at the tavern?
Derlin's always been an inveterate inebriate. I suppose he might have completely changed, but in my experience,
Did you want to come with us?
Oh, I might drop in, but the wetlands are moist and grim are everywhere.
Hence the
Hostile,
name.
slimy, foul-smelling creatures. But good luck.
Thanks. Wait, what?
I said good luck.
Sentry's such a funny dude. Oh. Got this again.
You do remember we don't have the Unity Stone to let us jump off, right?
Of course he remembers. Right, brother?
Of course I remember.
I love all the little lines we get when you move around. Are we going to have a whole town of dwarves? That's going to be pretty cool.
Whoa, do you feel that?
What's that, lad?
Anything, everything. It's warm.
Oh. Oh, there is Odin eyes. Missed my first shot. Dang, what an oasis here. I wonder if there's an Odin eye here because we've never been to this realm before. Because
Probably use his boat. If I can just get it free.
this was one of the realms that was locked off in the first game, right?
One less feathery spy.
Started the favor. Here we go. Gonna have to look all over for him again. 1 of 48. Man. Pretty much just as many as last time. Odin has his eyes on us ever since we began our journey some time ago. Killing these ravens and blinding the Allfather will only aid us on our path. Sure hope so. All sorts of goodies. The dwarves do have good taste. Quite a location. I wonder where that goes.
Careful, lad.
You got it, Atreus, I believe. Oh, what the heck? A wretch. Let's look at that real quick. Do not look pretty. Oh, how I'd jump at the chance to smash these little blighters with a well-aimed hoof. The stench they give off rivals a troll's paunch. I don't even want to know where a paunch is on a troll's body, and then some. On their own, they may seem an easy foe, but rarely are they seen without companions. A pack of wretches will quickly overwhelm even the strongest of enemies. Wretches thrive in wetlands. Find any body of water and they'll likely be nearby, basking in mud and filth, not doing any favors to their already unique scent. You'll need to be quick on your feet during an encounter with a wretch of any kind, and watch the teeth. Oh, there's more.
Why are these things so bad?
They do take a lot of hits. Whoops, didn't mean to do that.
Behind you! Incoming!
There we go.
I see we're already off to a lively start.
Atreus, you dropped your guard.
I got the boat free, though. We can head through these channels when you're ready.
I can see why Sindri didn't want to join us.
I still can't believe Mom led a whole rebellion here against Odin and never talked about it.
She's amazing.
Didn't go well, might have curved that notion.
What your mother did before we met was her business.
Did you ever ask?
Eyes on the water. There are resources.
That's a no. Or maybe she just didn't tell him the truth. Like that we can still get gold.
Asked Mom about what she used to do.
Oh, never mind.
What did you talk about when you met? Like, did you just say, "Woman, guard the house. I will go to catch fish in the river," and then leave for 5 days?
I love when he mocks him.
Your brother was far better at fishing than I.
Trying to go everywhere here, pick up stuff. I see a chest. Hopefully we get plenty of Mimir stories as well. Surely we haven't run out of things to talk about. Very cool looking place.
Did you see that over there?
I don't think so, but I heard something. Whoa, a little rainbow. That's cool. All sorts of beauty around. No signs of any dwarves yet.
That wheel is blocking the channel.
I imagine if you can turn it, we should be able to get through.
So these are wetlands, huh? Pretty accurate.
It is a bog.
The smell is making my eyes burn.
You know, it is a fair bit more potent than when I last visited, now that you mention it.
Looks like the path continues on the other side of that geyser.
There's got to be something else for us here, though.
If only we were in Midgard. That water'd be frozen in the second.
I don't know if I want to jump past that.
Brother, do you think freezing it would work?
What if you used your axe on it?
There we go. Oh, that's cool. Took me a second to realize what we needed to do. Don't want to go there just yet.
Tyr was a
Oh,
friend to the giants. I
my
wonder if
favorite
his
kind of
mom ever
chest.
met. If he was a part of the rebellion.
It's certainly possible. The god of war often advocated for the giants, although I don't recall that he ever declared allegiance outright.
Alright, where's number 3? Can't be too far away. Maybe I have to get a different vantage point. Whoops. There we go. Gotta have something good in there.
Looks
A
to be
purple
an
item.
artifact from the dwarven resistance. Mars Brassard, father of a few dwarves you may be well familiar with.
Hey, there we go. We do have some items. I'll finish Mimir's thought here in a second. Hredmir's Brassard, known for 2 things. Firstly, he was one of the great armorers of Svartalfheim. Secondly, his sons are all dragons. Well, just your typical kin. That's right. Hredmir fathered the dragons you now know as Regan, Fafnir, and Otyr. Wow, those are the 3 dragons we saw in the first game, right? Wasn't a terribly good father by any measure, unless you directly rate one's paternal ability to the amount of fire their sons can breathe. Whoops. But damn if he couldn't make a good set of plate mail. Odin wanted him to design the Einherjar's armor. Hredmar obliged. By obliged, of course, I mean built a fatal flaw into the armor that would cause the breastplates to snap like stale bread from the slightest blow. Very smart guy. About a dozen Einherjar died before the Allfather realized what had happened. They caught Hredmar trying to escape through a realm travel gate. You can imagine what happened next. Hey, did some good work before the end, though.
Be interested in getting these back. Better in his hands than out in the open.
Very cool. Give me a heavy runic attack, please. Oh, a health apple. Nice. They look cool in this. Collected enough Adun apples, maximum health increased. Oh, already? Nice. Easy enough. Maybe it starts you out with enough. Perfect. Now we can move on. That was definitely a chest you do not want to miss. So it seems we started off more streamlined, but now we're getting more into the collectible open world aspect. Oh gosh, what are those? They stand up? Oh, these are the Grims. Man, Sindri was not kidding when he talked about them. The Grim occupy the voluminous middle berth in the life cycle of Svartalfheim's hostile gas monsters, the teenagers of the species, for lack of a better word. What do the adults look like? Violent, gassy teenagers. Nasty. Among the most mobile denizens of the Nine Realms, the Grim can climb almost any surface and burrow into the ground at disconcerting speeds, making them all too easy to lose sight of. Fortunately, they haven't developed the ability to fly yet. I guess that tells us what the adults look like. Nice finisher. Dauntless shield. Oh. Yeah, I forget I have that. Let's try it out. Come at me.
Behind you!
Okay.
Behind you, brother!
Well, there's the high risk part of it. I didn't block a single one. There we go. I've been trying to practice. I've died a couple times. It's very unforgiving timing on that. Especially when half the attacks they can block break.
On your left! One more to go!
Is he underground? Or, oh, I think he just said it a little late. Man, this difficulty is very hard. We'll see how it goes the rest of the way, but I'm dying definitely a lot more than the first game early on. Let me climb over here first. This feels like a secret path. There you go. A chest. My favorite. Some more forged iron. Okay. Just climb up.
There's got to be some way to turn the wheel up here.
Oh, there! Give a man some warning if he's about to suddenly end up snout deep in cheek.
The ground.
Was that an earthquake?
An occasional but not unheard of happenstance in Svartalfheim. With all the mining here, the land's bound to be a wee bit bothered.
The timing with that. I thought me hitting or swinging my axe caused that. Nice. That'll help. Oh no, that's just a regular bird. Almost sounded like another Eye of Odin. Gonna have to keep my eyes peeled knowing they're out there.
Oh wow. Nice job getting it to lower exactly where we need it.
Thank you, Atreus.
I was thinking, because it's so warm, maybe it's not that the cold hasn't made it here yet, but maybe it's just different in Svartalfheim?
Aye, lad. Winter doesn't strike all realms quite the same way.
Weird that Winter doesn't always make it winter.
In Midgard it does, but as you can see, the effects here appear far more gaseous in nature. Observe the geysers. Observe the aforementioned aroma. These effects were present before in some form, but now there's new extremity to them.
Fascinating.
Think we can fit under that bridge?
Watch your head. Hey, that's kind of cool. I'm worried what it's gonna look like in all the other realms now. Especially in a place like Muspelheim. Oh, we still have these. Give me runic. Oh, nice. Exactly what I wanted. Now I just need to get more runic attacks. A slag deposit. Don't like the sound of it.
Find you, watchers!
Nista!
Find you! Look out!
My health is already so low.
It's down!
This is going to be a very challenging playthrough. But no doubt rewarding on this difficulty. Let me know what you played. What difficulty you played on when you did this game. Maybe I'm crazy for going at this level. But hey, I've made it this far. Almost back to full health, finally. A rare sight.
Father, up there.
Oh. Interesting. What does that open up? That one, I guess, didn't do much for us. Oh. No, it dropped something. Love the ways you can use the blades in this game. And with me getting less hack silver, maybe that's just the mechanic in this game. Although that one had quite a bit. Maybe you don't need quite as much hack silver as you did in the first game.
Find anything good up there?
Oh yeah. You already know. I guess that's all? It's kind of like a side path. And I may miss some stuff, but I can always come back like usual.
Nista!
Find you! Incoming!
Jeez. That's a good way of defeating him. Yeah, I am almost dying in like every single fight. Hopefully some upgrades will help me out. Let's see. Guess we gotta go this way.
They capped those geysers? I think we need to get that wheel moving, but the water doesn't reach.
Oh good, more friends. Man, I can't beat him. This is too difficult. There we go. That one went a little bit better.
Those things are everywhere.
Maybe I just picked the wrong shield. That could be the problem. This one is so unforgiving. But could just take some practice. Who knows? We'll see as we go along. Oh, there's another one over there. Another geyser. Oh, I have to hit it from up here. Makes sense.
Wheels moving and the gate coming down.
That's dwarven ingenuity for you.
Back to the boat.
Took me just a second to figure it out.
If the dwarves of this realm are anything like Rock and Sindri, it's hard to imagine them siding with Odin.
Well, all too often people are blinded to all but their immediate self-interest. Odin offered them safety, and defying him can be quite dangerous.
Maybe they just need a couple of gods to come along and take the fight to him.
Atreus, that is not why we are here.
I was only joking.
War is not a joke, especially where gods are concerned.
You really think Odin would honor his end of the deal? That if we keep our distance, he'll leave us alone?
No. That does not mean I intend to fight him. Perhaps we find a new home, where neither he nor Freya can trouble us.
But once we find Tyr, he can help us fight.
Fight?
That's, not what I meant. Obviously, we have so much to learn from Tyr. Any way he can help us is good, right? Let's just keep moving. I'm glad we're out here, exploring a new realm. Maybe we could just try to enjoy the warmth?
Like his positive attitude. Kratos is always so serious. I think just like the first game, Kratos can learn a thing or two from his attitude.
Yikes. This place is wrecked. And yes, I am staying alert. There are probably tons of those Grimm around.
Yeah, this is definitely a fighting area. Let's see.
Nista!
What's your knife?
Nice. Oh, that is so cool. Finally got to use it this time. Oh, nice. Bronze tier complete. That went a lot better, actually. I think I just have to warm up to the style. Cursed Grimm. As if the other wasn't bad enough. Weak little blighters. But they more than make up for it with poisonous projectile saliva. They are wicked fast to boot. Keeping them in view is imperative in an encounter. Otherwise, they'll disappear from eyesight quicker than you can say Grimm, which is pretty quick, and lob snot at you from every possible angle. Unpleasant at best, deadly at worst. Gotta be some good loot here. Definitely lots of barrels. Okay. Gotta get to this quick. That's so sick. Very helpful that it immediately lets me R3 after that.
They're stunned!
Oh, the finishers in this one are so brutal.
Grimm perched up high! Knock him down!
Very nice. Maybe the cursed Grimm are just easier than the Grimm. I don't know. Do I see... Oh, I thought I saw one of the things I need to hit for the chest. What is this? Whoa. I wish I knew what that was before I used it. But that'll come in handy. Got an update. Wretches will surely try to swarm and surround you. Area impact strikes, like the blade's heavy attack, should quickly dispatch them. Cool. This looks pretty promising. Deadly obsidian handles, blade attachment. Handles that feed the chaos that resides in the blades themselves. Let me see what that looks like. Strength upped by 4. Yes, sir. I will gladly equip it. Now to find... Oh, it's these. Okay, what do we got? Sideways hat, B, and N. Okay. There's N. Oh, we still have these we can read as well. Cool.
Good thing you learned the runes, brother.
Unsafe roads. Careful, traveler. This road leads to Nidavellir, or however they pronounced it, I forget. Sure, but so too does it lead to dangers beyond mention. If you give a damn about your own safety, you will find an alternate route to the City of Iron. Should you succeed, find me. Oh, this is from Durlin. So I can spread the word of whichever route you took that didn't end with you getting your skin peeled off your body by something hungry and pissed off. Yikes. Well, this road definitely is not safe. There's B. Now we just need sideways hat. Sounds like we did it. Getting plenty of goodies early on. Oh, is this Spartan Rage? Nice. Maximum Rage increased. Oh, okay, so we do still have that element from the other game.
That's everything here. Want to get going?
We just didn't have enough rage for it before. Anything over there? Nope. It's also nice of Atreus to let us know when we can go. Don't have to waste time searching. That makes me think we're going to have a ton of rage by the end of the game if we're fully upgraded. This looks like something promising here. Oh, another friend. I don't like the look of it. It dodged quick.
Then how shall we catch it?
Flank it. Attack from behind.
Good.
Okay, I'm behind it. It's not coming back up, though. Oh, maybe here? Oh, cool. Ormer. A mysterious creature, and Mimir tells me it was born from an ember that escaped Surtur's hammer as he worked his forge. That was one of the Valkyries, right? The steward of Muspelheim used his bellows to breathe life into the ember, and his first act of existence was to steal and consume the precious metals the smith had been using to forge a weapon. Mimir tried to tell me Surtur found this amusing. Were I Surtur, I would not be amused. A lot of stuff. Thanks for the goods.
Hey,
Shattered Rune, I think, is new.
There.
All sorts of clever ways to get around the landscape.
Halfway there. There's gotta be another chain to lower the rest of the gate. Look! There's a chain we can pull up there.
Oh, I don't like what I'm hearing.
Brother, that groom's found a perch on high. Left, right, point!
Gotta be extra focused in these fights now, since I've already lost so many times. I feel like they're getting a bit easier.
Think you can uncover that geyser from here?
Yeah, just wanted to look around. That does the trick.
I think I get it. If you freeze the geyser, the pressure will turn the wheel.
Maybe you could try hitting the rope holding the block.
Oh. Thank you, Mimir. I can't believe I couldn't think of that myself.
Maybe you could try hitting the rope holding the block.
Nice one.
There we go.
Can you see anything from that block?
Nice. Figured it out eventually with a little help. Durlin better be worth it.
Lad, if I may, what exactly are you hoping to learn from Tyr?
Well, like I said, I was hoping you could tell me something about Loki. I'd also like to hear some of his stories. Traveling to other lands, giant stuff, and maybe about what it was like to fight back in the day. Just for the history, obviously.
History.
Let's hope Tyr's in a talkative mood after being imprisoned for so long. Not all of Odin's captives can be as charmingly voluble as myself.
We have no proof Tyr is truly here.
Right.
Gotta be something worthwhile, though. For all this effort. There's some loot. Not seeing anywhere to dock.
Earthquake earlier. Do you think there will be another one?
It's unlikely, but geological disturbances tend to be unpredictable.
If the geysers and smell here are worse because of Fimbulwinter, maybe the earthquakes are too?
Aye, you might be onto something, lad.
Quick thinker. Always figures stuff out.
Look ahead.
Whoa! There is something.
Now this looks like a city.
Welcome to Nidavellir, brothers.
Oh, there are dwarves. Man.
Hey, dwarves!
I don't think they're happy to see us.
They're, running away.
Man, this place looks amazing.
An alarm.
I'd only sound an alarm like that if I still had my body and was fearing the notion of being detached from it.
Wild that for us, though.
They are scared.
The music, pretty ominous right now as well.
Most definitely an alarm, I'm afraid.
Why is everybody hiding?
Stay alert.
Maybe the earthquake wasn't actually a natural earthquake and something caused it. And the alarm isn't for us, but for whatever that thing is. Just a guess. Dang. Look at this place. A quest for Tyr.
There'll be no help, to be sure. Best we find the tavern Sindri mentioned on our own, and hope they let us in.
maybe it was for us then after all, if they are hiding. But I've been playing for a little while now. Great start to the game. Feel like we're in a pretty major new area, so a decent place to stop. But hopefully you've enjoyed watching along with me so far. Can't wait to get into more of it, especially if we get cool places like this. But until the next one, look forward to seeing you all later. Peace.